Guys, check out my new motorbike. Isn't it so cool? It goes really, really fast.
Whoa, that looks sick.
Wait, Axie, can you do any tricks on it?
Well, I could do tricks, but I have nowhere to do them, and it's making me really sad.
Aw, don't worry, Axie. I'll challenge Mongo to a mega ramp build battle to see who can build you the best ramp for your bike.
My ramp is gonna be way better than yours, Wudo.
Quick, Axie! Let's start building your ramp before Mongo catches up. Check out this huge forest. Doesn't it look like the perfect place to build it?
Yeah, can we launch down here and then land on the ground? Maybe in a puddle of water or something.
Sure, we can start with that. All I need to do is get these boost ramps from my creative menu and we can start building exactly that. Check this out, Axie. This first ramp I want to show off is the speed ramp, which will make you really, really fast. Why don't you go and try it out?
Whee! Bonk. That was pretty fun.
That definitely made you go really, really fast. And oh gosh, are you okay, Axie?
Yeah, I landed near these pigs. Hi, piggies.
Oh, that sounds like a cool idea. Maybe I can actually make you land on some pigs too. But hold on. First things first, I really want to make you gain some speed in this first section. So I'm going to add 3 different types of speed ramps so that you can really speed yourself up for the big ramp that we're gonna get to.
What's the big ramp, Wudo?
Well, the big ramp is gonna look like this times 3, but we'll hold off on that right now because we're trying to focus on adding these boosting pads. And do you know how we can make the boosting pads even faster?
No, how?
We can put down some diamonds. Not only will the diamonds make our build look super duper cool, but I'm sure they'll also make your bike go that extra bit faster so that you can go at lightning speed towards our big ramp.
Whoa, that sounds like an awesome idea. When can I start?
We're gonna start right now, Axie. The first ramp that I want to start with is this tiny one so that we can test out its power and find out where you land. So let me just place it right over here and then place another right on top. Now, Axie, can you try it out and then we can calculate where you land?
Okay, Wudo, watch me.
Oh my gosh, that goes far. I think I need to go all the way over here. That seems like a good place to build the rest of this ramp. Axie, can you try it out one more time just to make sure?
Okay, Wudo, I landed on a tree last time.
Uh-oh, this time I want you to land on the next section of my ramp. Go ahead and try it again, silly.
Okay, and... too far. Also, I went to the left.
Oh, yeah, that was kind of your fault, Axie. So let me just make it a bit longer, and then you should be okay.
Hey, Wudo, do you want a cool new bike too?
Wait, really? You can let me drive it?
Even better, I'm gonna give you your own.
What? No way! I'm glad I can have a new one and not that broken one that Axie made. But hold on, let me try it out as well. I just need to sit in the very front, back myself up, and then here goes nothing, and whee! That was so sick, and I actually landed on the ramp, which is perfect because it's gonna continue on, except this section is going to have some obstacles, Axie.
Oh, can the obstacles be shaped like cake and also taste like cake?
What? We can have maybe one cake obstacle, but it can't all be cake. I was thinking that some of our obstacles should be things like fences, Check this out, Axie. I can put this chain link fence over here, and if you bonk it with your bike, you would have to start all over again.
That would be pretty sad. Can we have cake as a consolation prize?
Sure, how about I put a nice big birthday and wedding cake right over here, which will be another obstacle. See?
It looks so good.
Oh gosh, but it looks a little bit too big, Axie. Maybe I should do something like a simpler cake, like this one. Then I can stack them up side by side.
Okay, I was gonna eat them all, but I'm gonna decide to be mature and not eat the cakes.
Good job, Axie. What you could put down instead are some other road obstacles. For example, I'm going to put down some traffic cones too, and I'm going to make it go zigzag. Do you know what a zigzag is, Axie?
Is a zigzag that one type of cake that tastes really weird?
No, silly. A zigzag is when you have to go all the way to the left, and then you have to go all the way to the right. See?
Oh, so it's like a dance move. Why didn't you just tell me that sooner?
Well, it's not just any dance move. It's gonna be a little bit hard. So that's why I'm putting this boost ramp here. And I'm putting one right over here too. Hopefully you don't fall off the edges. But maybe what we can do is we can put some fences on the side so you don't fall off. You want to do that, Axie?
Okay, what kind of fences should I use?
I think we can just use some normal fences. It won't be too serious. After all, these are motorbikes we're working with. But you could also put down these crash barriers.
Crash barriers? No, we're not gonna be crashing.
Well, I don't know if I'll be crashing, but you definitely will. So you know what? It's better safe than sorry. Let's just put these barriers like that, Axie.
Okay.
Now that you're working on that, let me go back with my bike and test out if it'll work. Here we go. Let me just use your rusty dusty one, and oh gosh, I think it's too broken. Let me spawn in a brand new one. Back up a little bit over here to the starting area, and then I should be ready for liftoff. Ready, Axie?
No, but go ahead anyway.
All right, here goes nothing in 3, 2, 1, and whee! Oh gosh, I fell. Ouchies.
Wudo, do you want me to give you bike lessons? I'm really good.
No, silly. I don't need bike lessons. I just think I went a bit too much to the left. Let me just center myself again, and let's go. Oh gosh, I did it again. Okay, you know what? Maybe I do need your bike lessons after all, Axie. Here, this time, I'm not even gonna change my direction. Let me just go on it. Go, Axie, go!
Okay, the first thing you have to do is think really hard about cake. And then you put your right hand on the left part of the steering thing, and then
Just go, Axie!
okay, we're going!
Oh gosh, here we go. And whoa, whoa, whoa! Axie, I think our crash barriers need to be a little bit taller. That was way too extreme.
Yeah, I think so too, Wudo. They didn't stop me from crashing at all.
Let's make it 2 blocks high, okay? That way we can really make sure we don't crash, because these ramps are making us super duper fast. But once we get over here, we can start working on the next section. Those zigzags will be pretty difficult to get past, but once you do, you can go to an underground section. Doesn't that sound sick?
Whoa, underground? But we're so far above the ground.
Exactly. So I'm gonna make us go underground. And the way that we're gonna go underground is by falling all the way down a big hole, which hopefully won't damage the bike, but will make it look really, really, really sick. So let me just select blocks that go all the way down here, just like that. And now I can use this special command to build walls. And there you go. Now it automatically built a bunch of walls for us to go straight down into the ground using our bikes. Look at that big hole. It looks pretty scary. So, to make it even scarier, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way down here, and then I'm going to start building a tunnel.
A tunnel? What for?
Well, if we're going to build an underground section, Axie, then we need a big tunnel with plenty of obstacles to get past. And then once you get past all those obstacles, there'll be a gigantic ramp that will take you all the way to the very tippy top. Doesn't that sound super cool?
Yeah, but Wudo, don't you think the bike should land on something softer than diamonds? It's gonna get all scratched up.
I guess you do have a point, Axie. What else do you think we should build with instead?
I think we should build everything with slime blocks.
Slime blocks? I don't know if everything should be built with slime blocks, but maybe those blocks in particular can be where you land your bike, just to make sure that they have a very, very soft landing.
We're gonna go boing, boing, boing.
Exactly, Axie. And now look, I'm placing down a bunch of glass, which is going to be what we're going to use for our tunnel. So the sides are completely see-through. Doesn't that sound really sick?
Cool! That does sound really sick.
There we go. Now I can also make the roof out of this glass as well, just by going over here and then setting this command. And now I can set back the entire floor to diamonds. Are you ready to test out this track now, Axie?
Yeah.
All right, go for it in our underground section. Go, go, go. And wait, where's your bike?
It actually did get scratched up, even on the slime blocks.
Come on, Axie, then go.
I think I'm gonna hit the wall, Wudo.
Wow, that is super sick. Then now that we have this entire area down here, I think we should start by putting down our first obstacles. The first thing I want to do is put down some lasers.
Wow, lasers? But that sounds super dangerous.
Well, Axie, I just found these really cool laser blocks, and as you can see, they produce a big laser that you need to get past in order to get to the next area. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build some ramps that you can use to hop over them.
Whoa, really? I'm gonna hop them with my feet.
Well, no, silly. You need to be on your bike to do that. So, let me just place all these lasers down here, and then I can add a bunch of ramps just like this. What I can also do is I can make the lasers go up and down. Doesn't that look really cool?
Yeah, so it can slice you in half.
Exactly, Axie. But I don't want to get sliced in half. Getting sliced in half is really scary. So how about I just make these ramps boost up like this so you can get over this laser. And then what I can do is I can build a minefield. But Axie, you have to be very, very careful, okay? Because if you touch any of these mines, they're gonna blow up in your face.
Then why are we putting those down? I don't know if that's a good idea.
Because, Axie, they're gonna make it kind of explosive, which is the most fun part. I'm only gonna add 4 of them, just like this. You see?
Okay.
Now that those are all done, I should probably put down a warning sign as well, just to make sure that Manga will be aware that there are mines coming up. I can put down a sign right over there that says stop to kind of warn him, but unfortunately, I think he's gonna keep going. But if he survives, it means it's a good thing, because then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put down more speed ramps, because now we're going to build our our mega ramp, Axie.
What's a mega ramp?
Well, I just need to go all the way inside of here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a huge section of this mountain where we will be building our ramp. Let me just fly over here just like this. / cut it all off. And now check this out, Axie. There's literally a whole entire section cut out the mountain dedicated to this ramp that I'm going to build. So, in order for me to make this the coolest ramp ever, we're gonna have it start off slowly and then get really, really, really extreme. So, I'm gonna first start off with some more boosts just like this, as you can see, like I have right over there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some normal boost ramps. You see, these ones aren't too tall, but they still kick a lot of power. So, let's stack a couple of those up here, Axie, just like this. And then once those are all done, then we can start doing the steeper ones. So let me just finish putting these down just like this. And now that we have the slow start to our ramp, let's work on the big one. Do you see how it's curving even higher now?
Yeah, whoever goes on this is gonna go way up.
Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to do, Axie, because then it's gonna be super duper fun. And to make this process of building the ramps even faster, I'm going to use my world edit wand to select this section and then go down a couple of blocks, like right over there, and then copy this section. And now what I can do is I can / copy and then / paste. And now, Axie, as you can see, I'm automatically pasting in this ramp and it's going super duper high. Whoa!
Whoa, are you sure this is safe?
Of course this will be safe, Axie. I mean, kind of safe at least, but I think we should probably have something on the side of our ramp in order to make sure we don't fling off the side of it. Do you want to start putting down some big fences to make sure we don't go anywhere?
Okay, Woodle, I'm on it.
Thanks, Axie. Let's take a look at how big our ramp is so far. And oh gosh, this is actually starting to get humongous, but it must get bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy a new section of ramp. Let me just go over here and then select this block and do a / copy again. And now what I can do is I can go all the way up here like this, and then I can keep pasting. And now check this out. It's pasting in even taller sections of the ramp for me. And now we're gonna go even higher.
Whoa, that's really extreme, Woodle.
Doesn't that look so sick? Look, Axie, we're about to reach some of the highest mountain peaks even in Minecraft. We might reach the build limit too. And you know what that means? We're gonna be really high up in the sky. And I don't even know where I'm gonna land. So, to be honest with you, Axie, I think this is perfectly tall enough. Now what I think we should do is we should give this a test run. What do you say?
Okay, Woodle, I give up on the rails because it goes too high. So, we're just gonna have to try and not crash.
All right, Axie, let me just put down my dirt bike just like this. And now let me move back a little bit and let's test this out. Are you ready?
Go!
All right, here we go in 3, 2, 1, and lift off! And oh my gosh, Axie, you go so high up in the sky.
Preparing for jump now!
Whee! And boop, I'm going to land right over here while Axie lands on the bottom.
Whoa, that was so cool, Woodle. Can we do it again like 20 more times?
We can do it plenty more times, Axie. But first, we gotta continue finishing our ramp because that's just going to be one really cool part of it. There's still more things that I want to add. For example, I'm gonna add a fire section, and this fire section is gonna be using red wool.
Why red wool? Isn't that like Mongo's thing?
It is, but red isn't just all about manga, you see. Red is also about pure fire. And what's cooler than going under fire rings, which is exactly what we're going to do. So let me just grab a flint and steel from my creative inventory, just like this. And then let me also grab some netherrack, because we are going to build that ring of fire.
Wow. I personally like water a lot better because fire makes my skin all dry, but it does look really cool.
Well, Axie, I see your concern, but fire rings are still really, really cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down some boost ramps that will let you go through the rings. And then after you make it out that big ring, we're going to move on to the next section. And do you know what that's going to be made of?
Food.
It's going to be made out of slime blocks because it's going to be really, really bouncy. So let me grab some of these slime blocks and then I can make an entire slimy platform right over here.
Well, it's not the best food, but I guess you can eat slime blocks.
Wait, what? I wasn't saying that this is food, silly. We're just going to be using this for our ramp. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to grab some diamonds and I'm going to build a diamond ring over here too that you'll have to jump across.
Whoa, really? But I just want to bounce on these slime blocks. Boing, boing, boing.
Well, you can jump on those slime blocks under this ring, Axie. All you would need to do first, though, is you would need to put down this boost ramp right over here, and then you can go straight through it. I should probably make this ring just a little bit higher, though. So let me just do that, and voila! Now we have our fire ring, and we have our slimy diamond ring. Go ahead and give it a shot, Axie, and oh!
Budo, the first rampy thingy puts me all the way to the diamond ring.
Yeah, that is pretty insane. I didn't know it would take you that far, but that's still really, really cool. Because guess what we're gonna work on now, Axie?
Is it the kitchen finally? Because my stomach is rumbling.
We're not gonna make a kitchen, but we could make an entire obstacle section made with a bunch of types of food. Would you like to do that?
Yeah, it's gonna make me hungrier though, so I might eat some of it.
Don't worry, Axie. All I need to do is just expand this area, and now we can search for a bunch of food. Let's just go through here, and look. We could grab a bubblegum machine. We can grab some coffee, pizza, hot dogs. This sounds so tasty. Let's put them all over the place.
I'll definitely avoid this pizza because pizza is disgusting.
What? Axie, how could you say pizza is disgusting? Do you know how many people love pizza?
Like 2 or 3 maybe.
Oh gosh, don't say that. Everybody loves pizza. And if you love pizza, then you better subscribe. In 3, 2, 1. Thank you for subscribing. And now that you're subscribed, I'll let you have a bit of food in this food section. Right, Axie?
Yeah, but you should subscribe even if you don't like pizza because I don't like pizza and I'm subscribed.
Aw, thanks, Axie. Well, now that you're subscribed, I'm gonna build an even cooler ramp for everyone. Check this out, Axie. I'm building another sky jump, which you'll use to jump out of the sky and then move on to another section over here. What do you think I should make with this section, Axie? Should I build it out of TNT?
I think this should be a racetrack that you do, but on your feet. So you're like, whoa.
What? Axie, a feet racetrack is so boring. The whole point is that you get to use cool vehicles like your motorbike, silly.
Yeah, but we should give the motorbikes a break by carrying them on our heads.
We don't need that, silly. Come on, why don't you come over here and instead place down some pressure plates? We're gonna raise the stakes a little bit, Axie. I'm gonna put these pressure plates in between this TNT, and what's going to happen is anyone who comes on their bike is going to set it off. And if they don't want to explode, they gotta keep pressing the gas until they get to the very, very end, where there'll be another big ramp for them to jump on.
But Ludo, the only thing we're exploding is the ground.
Well, yeah, that's part of it. But if you actually do set it off, you're gonna fall down with the TNT. And then things are not gonna be so happy after. So let me just finish putting down these pressure plates. And now that that's all finished, I'm gonna put down a boost ramp over here. And then I'll add another one directly behind it, just like this. And then I'll add the big ramps that go up even higher, like this. Check it out.
Whoa, cool!
Now that that's all done, I can continue working onto the next section. And I think for this one, we should probably move down a little bit, Axie. It's kind of like a dropper where you go down different levels. And for this one, I'm gonna make the terrain a little bit more, let's just say, cold.
Cold? Do you mean like in a refrigerator? In a kitchen?
More than just that, Axie. It's going to be ice freezing. And what I'll do in this section is I'm going to put down some icy mobs that you'll need to defend yourself against. So let me just grab this block over here and then this block over here. And now I can go search for an oak fence and I can put the fence down just to make sure that the animals don't go haywire.
What kind of animals are we gonna be spawning in?
Well, I think we should be spawning in some cold, icy animals. For example, a snow golem would be perfect and it would totally get in the way. So let me just search for that. And what we can do is I can grab some snow blocks and then a pumpkin and then we can make one. Check this out, Axie. 2 blocks and a pumpkin head, and now you got a snow golem.
Aw, it's so cute. What if I put a pumpkin on my head?
Axie, I don't think you would turn into a snow golem. You would turn into an axolotl golem. Gulp.
Look at me, Ludo. I'm gonna eat you.
Oh gosh, please don't eat me, Axie. Look, how about instead you worry about eating these boost ramps, which I'm gonna place down all over here that the snowmen will use to try and distract whoever's driving here. Except they're not gonna be that effective because just like how you said, these boost ramps go really, really far. So let me now just grab the bigger boost ramps again. And now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna start it off with the speedy section, and then I'm gonna start putting down the little ramps and then the big ramps, and then lastly the monster ramps, which are going to add for another really big jump.
Whoa, where are we gonna land this time?
I don't know, Axie. I want you to think of the next one. Where do you think we should land on top of?
Well, since I'm an axolotl, I think we should land on a water section.
Ooh, water sounds interesting. Then our motorbikes will have to be submarine motorbikes, but I think that'd be pretty cool. So let me just put a block underneath me, and then I'm gonna build a giant pool, basically right over here, that you'll hop into and we'll have to swim across to get to the next section.
We're gonna have to swim? But what's gonna happen to our bikes?
Well, your motorbike can swim too. It's just gonna grow little tiny legs and then it's gonna start swimming, Axie.
Wait, really?
No, I was just messing with you. They're not gonna swim. You're just going to need to avoid the water at all costs because if you get water in your motorbike, it's gonna stop working. So let me just set all these diamond blocks just like this. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this inside section and I'm going to turn it into water.
But Ludo, I like the water. I don't want to avoid it.
You're not going to avoid it, silly. You're just going to drive on a much smaller track like this. Except these boost pads are going to make it really hard to control yourself. So I better get some traffic cones and make sure to block off some of these sections to make sure that you can't go too far from the sides and then drop into the water.
Okay, Ludo.
Let me just put these over here just like this. And now it has a bunch of barriers on the side. And then what I can do is I can extend it over here just like this. And now I can make it turn back to the left again. Check this out, Axie. Doesn't this look pretty cool? And wait, what? What are you building on the side?
I'm adding water, so it's like you're in an aquarium.
Wait, what? I don't want to be in an aquarium. I already gave up the turtle life to play Minecraft like this. Are you telling me that I'm gonna have to turn into a turtle?
Yeah, basically, everyone's gonna be watching you on the outside.
What? That sounds really scary, Axie. I don't know if I'm gonna want to do that. So let me just build this ramp over here so that I can move to the next section. I'm gonna put down a bunch of these traffic cones too. It's gonna be a tight squeeze.
Wait, what's gonna be a tight squeeze?
Going to the next section. As you can see, Axie, I blocked off this whole area right over here so that we can have a one-way expressway all the way to the next area.
I see, Ludo. That sounds cool.
Let me just throw down these blocks and there we go. Now I can start building the ramp over here. I just need to put down this steep one first, just like that. And then I can put the mega steep one on top. Booyah! This is making me so excited, Axie. I literally can't wait to show Mongo how cool this is. Do you think his is any cooler than mine?
Obviously not, Ludo. There's no way.
Heh, you're right, Axie. I'm sure that mine's the absolute best. Nobody can beat how cool my ramp is. Now that this section's all done, though, do you think we should work on our finishing lap section to finish it all off?
Okay, you start on that and I'm gonna finish the aquarium and then I'll help you.
Perfect, Axie. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this big platform right over here where we're going to celebrate the finish to our race. Let me just expand it all the way to the left and right, just like this. And now what I can do is I can stick these blocks going all the way back here, just like that. And now if I quickly select these two blocks and set them to diamonds, just like that, it's a really big platform to celebrate the victory. Now what I can do is I can build the finishing line, which will be made out of black wool and white wool, just like a finishing flag. And then what I can do is I can set up these specific sections of blocks just like this, which will then be used to make our finishing flag. Doesn't this look super cool, Axie?
Yeah, I'm almost done, so just keep working.
Really? Oh no, I hope your aquarium isn't too crazy.
It's not gonna be crazy, silly. I just want to feel like I'm surrounded by water all the time.
Interesting, Axie. Well, I hope you'll feel that way when we're done. Let me just finish putting down that checker over there. And then I should probably do the same thing over here and also build the checkered flag this way, because then it'll make it really, really, really clear that this is the finish line. So let me just put a couple more blocks over here. And voila! The finish line is now completely finished. Look, there's even a little tiny tree here to congratulate you once you're done. But I want more than just that. I want to put down a ton of cake to show how happy I am that we finished this course. So let me just put a bunch of cake right over here along the edges that we can nibble on once we're finished. What other types of party things should I put down for the ending, Axie?
You should put down turtles.
Turtles? What? I don't know about turtles. I don't want to eat those, silly. But what I could put down instead are balloons. They could even technically be an obstacle. I'll put a bunch of them right over here. See?
Okay, Woodle. I'm gonna stand on them and pop them.
Wait, don't pop them, silly. If you pop the balloons, then we're gonna have no balloons to celebrate with. Instead, I'm just gonna put down some boost ramps, just like this over here. And then last but not least, I'm gonna add one last boost ramp to push you all the way to the very edge, where you will then be able to celebrate and call yourself a mega ramp champion. How does that sound, Axie? Really cool or what?
Awesome. But Woodle, just in case I get distracted on the way eating cake, I can still win, right?
I'm not too sure, Axie. Remember, if you get distracted, who's gonna be driving your bike?
That's a good point. Why do I have to do all the work? Why can't the bike drive me?
I don't know, Axie. I don't think we have that technology yet. But now, Axie, check this out. I think our ramp is fully finished. We have so many different sections that we built, all the way from our finish line to the water area, to the ice area, TNT, fire, slime, and of course, our giant mega ramp, which I am so excited to try, Axie. So come on, I think Mongo should be right over here. And whoa, what's all this big fence stuff? Is this what Mongo built?
Guys, are you finally here?
Mongo, why are you so far away? Come down here. I better go grab a motorbike right over here because I want to test out what you built.
Me too.
Yeah, it's like the most insane ramp of all time, so good luck.
All right, Axie, are you ready to try it out?
Yeah! Woo!
Let's go! Whoa, this ramp is going up really high. It's basically like my one. And then you keep going forward past these speed ramps, and then there's another ramp going straight down. But this one's kind of boring, Mongo. Why is it just bouncing around like this?
That's the point, Mudo. You need to keep your balance the whole time.
This one's a little bit, let's just say, interesting, Mongo. Is that all it has? Is there anything else?
No, Mudo, that's all to my ramp. Come on, get to the bottom. There is a bunch of gold for you to celebrate.
Interesting, Mongo. Very interesting. But I'm not sure if I think it's better than my one. What do you think, Axie?
I think our one is way cooler. You want to see, Mongo?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, Mongo. I think you'll really like our one. We just need to travel all these blocks back to where we started, and I'm sure that you're really gonna like it. And you can choose a different vehicle if you'd like to. Check it out. You can choose this tiny little bike, you can use the speed bike, or you can use the motorbike. Which one will you choose, Mongo?
Whoa, I'm definitely picking this one.
All right, guys, then I propose that we have a race to see whose bike will be better to get to the very end. And hey, Axie, come back here.
What? My bike can't even go up that little speed bump.
Mine can. Check this out. I'm going past these obstacles over here, and now I'm falling. Whee! And now that I fell down here, I can continue onwards. Mongo, let's continue racing. Go!
Whoa, this is crazy, Wudo.
Oh gosh, I think I blew up the mines. That was a little bit weird. And now everything turned into the void. Oh gosh, I'm not even gonna question it.
What is that? Why am I on void fire?
I don't know, Axie. But hold on. Now let me just respawn my bike real quick. And now it's time for the big giant ramp. Whee! This is so fun. Mongo, did you try out the big ramp?
Yeah, Wudo, I'm down here now.
Let me just go above these thingies and oops, I fell in that little hole. Are you serious?
I'll fix it, Udo.
Dude, your ramp is broken. Look, I fell in the hole too.
It's not broken, silly. It was an experiment, okay? Don't worry about it. Now I can get past these ramps and oops, I missed that one too. I barely avoided the TNT. That would have been close.
I'm completing it all, Wudo. Whoa, there's a water part too.
Wait, hold on, Mongo. I want to complete it with you. Let me just respawn my bike over here. Come on, bike. Don't let me down. Let's go and sneak up on Mongo and show him who's the boss. I just need to put it down like this. Remove that pizza. And now I can control it and go. Whee! Look at the ice section. And then I have the water section. Come on, Mongo. Get over here.
Whoa, that was sick, Wudo. What is this part? Is this the finish line?
It is the finish line. Hold on. Even though I fell at the last second, I still want to experience what it's like. And yay! Guess what? I completed my ramp. I think I got first place. What do you guys think?
No, Wudo, I completed it before you.
Oh gosh. Well, in that case, I still think that my ramp is the best ramp in Minecraft.
Cake!
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, then watch another video on screen and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.